A series finale is important, and these TV shows had incredible endings that we're still thinking about. If a pilot should share an immersive, unique setting and fascinating characters, then the last episode of a series needs to give a concrete conclusion and share where the characters are going next. It's often a tricky balance of appealing to what viewers hope to see and doing what's best for the story. That's one reason why the Stranger Things Season 5 finale has such high stakes. And when reflecting on series finales from the past few decades, it's clear some shows got it completely right. Gilmore Girls, 2000 to 2007. The Gilmore Girls Season 7 finale, Bon Voyage, is heavy on emotion, which is what viewers wanted to see after watching Rory, Alexis Bledel, grow up and getting to know her fantastic, fast-talking, and unique mom, Lorelai, Lauren Graham. Rory's goodbye party features beloved stars' hollow characters, and Richard's, Edward Herrmann, comment that his proud of Lorelai is satisfying after 7 seasons of family strife. Most importantly of all, the Gilmore Girls finale ends as it begins, with Rory and Lorelai chatting quickly at a table in Luke's diner. We know the mom and daughter will always be close. Parks and Recreation, 2009 to 2015. While it's nice to imagine our favorite Pawnee residents continuing to work together, a sitcom finale usually sees at least some characters moving and starting fresh chapters. Parks and Recreation wraps up by letting us know Leslie Knope, Amy Poehler, and the others will stay in each other's lives, but also showing the future. Seeing Leslie as governor is inspiring, and although we don't find out if Ben Wyatt, Adam Scott, or Leslie is the president at the very end, that adds some fun mystery. The Parks and Rec series finale also perfectly shares the personal and professional successes of each main character, from Ron Swanson, Nick Offerman, deciding to work at the Pawnee National Park, to beloved couple Andy Dwyer, Chris Pratt, and April Ludgate, Aubrey Plaza, becoming parents. Everyone is happy, and that's what we wanted. The Office, 2005 to 2013. From Michael Scott's, Steve Carell, appearance to Pam Beesly, Jenna Fisher, and Jim Halpert, John Krasinski, leaving Dunder Mifflin, the Office series finale has the right mix of humor and emotion. The episode also features the traditional sitcom finale wedding trope, but it still feels exciting and fresh. Dwight Schrute, Rainn Wilson, and Angela Martins, Angela Kinsey, Big Day is sweet and silly thanks to a number of pranks. Desperate Housewives, 2004 to 2012. Desperate Housewives Season 8, Episode 23, Finishing the Hat, is more subtle and moving than wild and intense, which makes it a stark contrast to the tone of the soapy mystery. That works perfectly since after 8 seasons of betrayal, murder, and other crimes, another over-the-top plotline would be too much. The final scene of a new Wisteria Lane resident dealing with an unsettling puzzle emphasizes the danger on this charming street. And while it's heartbreaking when Mary Alice's, Brenda Strong, friends move away, it's comforting to know they helped each other through grief. It's also sweet, not corny, to see the spirits of characters who passed away. Parenthood, 2010 to 2015. All 6 seasons of Parenthood are tearjerkers, so it's hard to imagine the final episode not following that tradition. It's beautiful seeing Hank, Ray Romano, and Sarah Braverman, Lauren Graham, tie the knot, but the real beauty of this episode is the montage at the end. We learn what happens to each family member, including Amber's, Mae Whitman, new love story, and Camille, Bedelia, following her dream of going back to Paris to honor her husband Zeke's, Craig T. Nelson, memory. It's also perfect that the family plays baseball since it's a meaningful part of their story. 12 Monkeys, 2015 to 2018. The great TV adaptation of the 1995 movie 12 Monkeys pays off the time travel storyline, and the series finale is cohesive and memorable rather than confusing, which is impressive. Although it's a fantastic sci-fi series, 12 Monkeys is so immersive because of the love story between Cassie Rayleigh, Amanda Schull, and James Cole, Aaron Stanford. It's great to see them together in the last episode after everything they faced. While we might never know if they're completely out of danger, we can hope they have a peaceful future ahead of them. Cheers, 1982 to 1993, NBC. The series finale of Cheers settles the romance between Sam Malone, Ted Danson, and Diane Chambers, Shelley Long, and while it's hard not to wish they could work things out, it's gratifying to get a real conclusion to their epic love story. The most moving part of the final episode is seeing how happy Sam is to own the bar that has meant so much to him and brought him so many of his favorite people. Rather than a corny finale about how love conquers all, the Cheers ending is all about finding peace in your corner of the world, and that's a great message. Better Call Saul, 2015 to 2022. The Better Call Saul series finale is as impactful as the end of Breaking Bad. Just like we assumed Walter White, Bryan Cranston, would die in the original show's last episode, we likely thought Saul Goodman, Bob Odenkirk, would be discovered at the end of this clever and compelling prequel. While seeing Saul in prison would be memorable enough, his scene with Kim Wexler, Rhea Seehorn, is beautiful and simple. They still have a complicated connection, and this isn't a cheesy ending to their story. It makes sense that Kim would want to see him again, and they both get some closure. BoJack Horseman, 2004 to 2020. The beloved Netflix animated series was always going to have an ending as dark as the rest of the story, and it delivers. But it manages to feel hopeful, too. The poetic, powerful final scene of Diane Nguyen, Alison Brie, and BoJack Horseman, Will Arnett, talking honestly about life and death is the best part. The characters address BoJack's near-death experience and mental health struggles, which felt necessary. The show doesn't let us know what happens to BoJack next, which works. A cheesy montage of how happy he is now wouldn't have felt right. Sex and the City, 1998 to 2004. The Sex and the City finale, An American Girl in Paris, gives closure to Carrie Bradshaw, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Biggs, Chris Nuth, love story, but doesn't forget that the show's most crucial relationship is the one between Carrie and her best friends. It makes sense that Carrie returns to New York City after trying her hand at life in Paris. Although it's hard not to find Big frustrating when rewatching SATC, since he doesn't treat Carrie as well as he should, he at least shows some growth in the finale, and we know Carrie's fun and exciting NYC life will continue. Friends, 1994 to 2004. The Friends series finale has some poignant and memorable moments, from the iconic scene of the main characters standing in the empty apartment to Ross Geller, David Schwimmer, and Rachel Green, Jennifer Aniston, deciding to be together again. It's a special episode that isn't as hilarious as the rest of the show, but that works since the characters are experiencing big changes and big emotions. Many of us would have watched this group continue to spend time at Central Perk for several more seasons, but Chandler Bing, Matthew Perry, and Monica Geller, Courtney Cox, was a natural end. Mad Men, 2007 to 2015. The Mad Men series finale takes the characters into the exciting decade of the